Let's get into this. Now, I don't know why haters be telling me to mind my business when they're out here not minding theirs. Shut your mouth and enjoy the tea. We all know you're here for it, sis. Hi, my ninjas. How are you guys doing? It's a girl, Hlongwane, aka Miss Via Focal. Going back for our entertainment. If it's your first time joining me, almost definitely welcome. Please do subscribe. And of course, hit the bell. I absolutely love you. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Owamie Hlongwane, okay? Now guys, these days you're gonna just be getting content from me in terms of, like, it may be advice, it may be story time, it may be whatever, because I realized that not much is happening in Celebville, obviously because of the corona. Everybody's at home. The scandal here and then, obviously whenever they arise, I will make sure that I give you guys like proper videos. I don't want to just give you like a video for the sake of I'm just giving you guys a video. Like, I want you guys, to enjoy, obviously, and stuff like that. However, today, you guys, this is a video that I thought of it and I was like, should I make this video, should I not? But I ended up just saying I feel like I should make this video so that I can help someone that is out there. With the coronavirus obviously happening at this moment, the pandemic, the world is at a state of panic, and that is everywhere, you guys. Like, every single person, be it you are just a worker, and not just you guys, like, if be it you are a worker or a business owner, no matter what it is that you're doing, you have been affected with this. And it's very much unfortunate because those that were already lacking, they have like gone to the state of, like, from better, or from bad to worse. And I'm saying this because of you guys. I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys, some of you guys actually, and it's a lot of people that are basically asking for financial assistance. I'm someone that, you guys, like, I do give. I always tell everyone, any person that I've ever helped out will tell you that the thing I told them was, please, let's keep it a secret. Like, I don't want anyone to know about this. Like, just keep it a secret, simply because I did not want that whole thing where people think, like, I'm just in the business of just giving money away. As much as I'd love to help, but I don't have those resources, you guys. I always tell you guys, like, I'm not rich yet. I was poor, I am poor no more, but I'm not rich yet. But obviously with the pandemic and everything that's happening, I've gotten a lot of messages, and you guys are basically asking for help. People are telling me the stories which are just heartbreaking. And most of them are definitely say that the thing that I saw as a common factor was that mothers were more concerned for their kids, in terms of, like, they're unable to pay the rent. Now they're being thrown out. A person needs 2,000 rents, this one needs 3,000, this one needs 1,000, this one needs 300, this one needs 500. Like, when you add the amount of money, you guys, that people are in need of, like, it's a lot. Like, I can't afford it. I felt that, I'll start by just asking you guys, like, I felt like this also, like, drove me to thinking that maybe I should start an NGO, NPO, I think, non-profit organization, where maybe, like, I'd ask you guys, like, some of you that can, to donate money, and then I'd make sure that those funds, like, they go to people that will basically ask. Like, that's something that I'm gonna ask you guys, like, would you be someone that is willing to donate? Just because I feel like I can't just dismiss it and be like, well, people are not going to. If you guys are saying that, oh, I mean, some of us can be able to spare, even if it's $100 or 200 or however much, or 10 rands or 50 rands, like, it can go a long way in someone's life. I have been giving you guys, I just, like, I can't do it anymore because it's been a lot. It's a lot of people that are in need of help, and it just breaks my heart, you guys, because you guys know, like, I was so poor. I was so poor, and I was at a level in my life where, I remember once there was a day that I actually called my older sister. She's my older sister from my aunt. I know in English she's a cousin, but in Venda she's my sister, so I call her my sister. And I remember I was just crying, you guys. Like, I was actually literally crying. This was in 2017. I was crying and I was telling her that, I don't know what is it I need to do in life anymore. It's like no matter what I touch, it just doesn't go right. Like, I tried this, it will go a little bit, but it's just not going to work. Like, I was having such a rough time. At that time, you guys, we were here in Free State. Happy was not working. I was not working. My channel had not gone viral yet, so I was not even getting paid at that moment. And I do remember, you guys, I do have a video. I will see and I will actually think if I can show you guys, just to show you like how bad things really were. At one point we were supposed to sleep in a shack. It's things that I don't want to talk about too much because, like, they bring back a lot of memories and everything. But I thought maybe, as much as like I know some of you guys, I opened your messages and your messages obviously will say sin or read or whatever, and I didn't reply because I remember the time that like I was in need of money. Whenever I asked for help from someone, I'd never go to anyone that I thought cannot afford or could not help me. So whenever I would ask someone, which I've never asked like someone that I didn't know, like I've never asked like a famous person or a YouTuber mate that I might even know about YouTube. I've never asked like celebrities or anything, which I know is something that people do. But I'd go for people that I would think that this person would actually help me. So I'd also do like the same thing, I'll tell them like what's happening, my story, and then I'll ask for money. Obviously, like, can you please borrow me? Like, that's what I used to do, obviously, like, but I couldn't really like respond because I didn't know what or how to actually respond. And I'm really sorry for that. If you watch this video and you're one of those people, I'm really sorry. I know it's a lot of you guys, and I'm really sorry for that. I just didn't know what answer to give because I felt like at that moment it would just seem like it's an excuse or something like that. And I hate letting people down, you guys, because I know the feeling of being let down and how horrible that was. So I thought that I should just give you guys like a little bit of some of the things that I also had to change in my life so that I moved from where I was, a moment of a place of desperation, a place of not having money at all and everything like that. And I understand, you guys. They say that if you give a man fish, he will eat today and tomorrow he's gonna starve. But if you teach a man how to fish, then at least he's gonna be able to eat every day. So as much as this video for someone who's in desperate need of money right now may feel like it's useless, if you just, I guess, we're not in the same situation, obviously, like no one's situation is ever the same as someone else's, but I just want you guys to actually just take maybe the principles that I actually had to use and that also actually helped me. So the first principle, you guys, that I would tell you is that never expect anything from anyone. Guys, no one is going to help you. Never ever expect it. If someone helps you, like, it happens, great, but it's something that honestly it's not gonna like happen just like that. I mean, guys, let me tell you the truth. Like, there has been someone who came to my DMs and asking me to give them 30,000 rands, and I was just so shocked. Like, how do you go to someone? I mean, I understand you guys know me because, like, you watch me all the time, and I do get that. Like, I also have those YouTubers that I connect so much with them. I feel like I know them. But what makes you think that someone would just take 30,000 rands and be like, okay, here's the money? Especially if that person has never announced that, if you need help, like, come to me. Because remember, like, guys, we're all just trying to get better. And as much as you may look at me and think I have a lot of money, let's say, I'm just saying for an example, in my account, I'm not saying that's how much I have. I'm saying, for example, let's say I've got 100,000 rands in my account. For someone, that would be like, wow, she's so rich, she has a lot of money. But for me, it may be like, oh my gosh, like, I still need to do that. That business needs this. So I actually am even short with an extra 15K or anything like that. So what I've also actually realized that, especially when you're still on the rise, like you're still working, yes, there are times where you will be able to spare, which is something that I've been doing, you guys, for years actually. I just never talk about it because I did not want to open up the platform to say, like, if you need help with money, like, come to me, because I don't want to disappoint people. However, at this moment I feel like people are coming a lot because people are desperate, you guys, and I'm sure that they're not only sending to me, they're sending to different people who they think that maybe they can be able to help. I just want to say, guys, like, even after the pandemic, like, just understand that no one owes you anything and no one is obliged to even help you. I'm not saying people will not. I'm not saying people should not help others. We should help each other, you guys. Ubuntu, obviously. But at the end of the day, I definitely sat down and I looked at myself and I was like, no one is coming to rescue me. No one is going to help me. I had asked you guys help from so many people and no one was helping me anymore. Like, even those that used to help me at one point, they were just at a level in their life, I guess, as a stage where they're like, I was now known to be like, the person that begs. I wouldn't have airtime, so if I'm calling someone, probably I'm gonna be asking for money, because obviously when you send an SMS, it was honestly just a lot. I remember even when I started with YouTubing, you guys, like, it started as a joke. I also didn't think that things would go as well as they actually did, but at the same time, it was not like it was easy. That's the thing, though. Like, people come to me, you guys, and they ask me all these questions about YouTube, which I don't mind. I do help people from here and there, but when I started, you guys, I didn't even have data to actually search. I went to people's DMs, like, your faves, some of them, and I asked for help. It was seen, people never responded, and all those stuff. And I don't really blame them because they owed me absolutely nothing. Does it make me happy to know that I have more subscribers than them, even though I was not going to answer? Yes, it does. Let's just, like, yes. Yes, it does. Okay, I was just joking with that, but it does. I just wanted to show you guys that, when I started, it was not easy at all. I had to deal with a lot of insecurities, in terms of I didn't feel confident enough. A lot of people were saying my voice is so ugly. I remember, like, I got that comment so much. I've told you guys, like, when I was growing up, even when I started YouTubing, my biggest fear was that people were gonna say I'm ugly. I thought I had a great voice until I started YouTubing, and I think it was even a bigger bomb because I was like, is my voice really honestly that horrible? I had struggles of finances. At that time I was still staying with my in-laws. Just squeezing a video, you guys, was almost impossible. One day maybe I'll tell you guys, like, the full story, but I'm just not ready for that yet. It was horrible. I'm telling you guys, there would be time where I would sit and even cry because I wanted to upload a video. I didn't have data. I wanted to upload a video. I don't have the time. I have to wife. I have to do this. I have to do that. I had so many challenges, you guys, but I made sure that in all of them I fought. I remember when I was not earning a single cent, I would sleep at around 3 a.m., wake up at around 7 a.m. And some people wouldn't understand, like, what are you doing? You don't even get paid. How do you say you're working when you're not even getting paid, and stuff like that. Sometimes in life, every single thing may look like it's going against you. Like, every single thing, it may look like it's going against you. Guys, do not give up. Do not stop. Do not. I am someone that is a fan of someone who will be like, I'm borrowing 2,000 rands from you. I will bring it back, than someone who just comes and says, can I please have 2,000 rands? Like, where is this supposed to, like, unless it's an organization that helps people, like, just think about it, you guys. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I also was someone that at one point used to ask for help. However, I would never go to someone and be like, can you please give me 2,000 rands, or can you please give me 30,000 rands, like, or can you please give me even 500 rands, you guys? I would always say, can I please borrow? Because I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna make this plan, I'm gonna have to see that money from here comes, it's a lot, you guys. Every single thing starts from your mind, the way you think, the way you do things. if you do not change and you still feel like in this world people still owe you some sort of loyalty, you're gonna be disappointed forever. And I think also with the pandemic, the other thing again that I also saw was the importance of saving money. That is so important. I'm being honest with you, so important. It's so, I can't even stress it enough. I cannot even stress it enough. It's so important. Sometimes, you know, we try to live this life of like just showing off and making people say, wow, this one actually has money, yet in your bank account, you know, you don't have money. Yes, whatever money comes, you know, you're making sure that you use it as if like, you know, you're guaranteed to say, I'm gonna just keep on getting this money forever. Things happen. Nobody actually saw corona coming, you guys. So I don't even know how to say. I have a lot to say, and I don't want things to come out in a way where it's like I'm being a bit arrogant. I don't want to be too soft and let people think that it's just okay to constantly be going to people's DMs and asking for a lot of money. However, I know at some point you're in a desperate situation. Obviously, you're gonna do that. You're gonna try. And there are people who have done that, and even with me, I've given them, and I'm sure that they do get some money given to them by other people. But I'm just simply saying, what happens if you go to everywhere, like especially at this moment, we are all in under saving mode. Like whatever money I'm having at this moment, I need to keep it, like, you know, views are low, so I'm not making as much as I was making, like, you know, the past month. I don't know for how long this whole thing is going to continue. So why am I gonna, like, if I have got this amount, why am I gonna be now taking that small money that I have and giving out there? Remember, I also have plans. I have a son that I have to be paying for. I have got sisters as well. I've got responsibilities. I'm a wife. It's honestly just a lot, and it does break my heart because at most times, you guys, people are not going to tell you the truth. People want you to just love them. They don't really care about much. But let me tell you, if you find comfort in just going to people's DMs and asking for money, there'll come a point where no one is going to give it. Then what's going to happen? The best way is for you to actually get to a point where you do something. I always say, you guys, that, you know, when I started YouTubing, I remember the first time I saw any income, like, you know, not to say in my bank account, but, you know, in my AdSense, it was R1. And I remember I was so excited. I called my aunt. I was like, Auntie, you know, I now have R1 in my account. And my aunt was even laughing at me. She was like, okay, you know, she tried to, you know, like, you know, like, you know, to motivate me to say, oh, like, things will go well, my child. But now she laughs at me and she's like, you know, I remember you called me and said there was R1, and I was just sitting here and thinking, why is this child gonna do with R1? I saw a bigger vision, you guys. As much as it was not as big as obviously things got, but I didn't just see it. I worked very hard. Even when things were against me, I fought through those challenges. That's what you need to do in life. If you can't get a job, go start selling Zimbas. Find 50 Rand, go start selling Zimbas. If today you make 20 bucks, in a week, 20 bucks, that's gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So in 5 days, that's 100 bucks. In a month, that's 400 Rand. You add on, you sell other stuff. There's a saying that says beggars cannot be choosers, and I'm not saying that you're a beggar. I used to look at myself like I was a beggar because I didn't have money. I didn't have anything, you guys. Like at most times I had to rely on the mercy of someone else. Like when you're an adult and you're being taken care of, it's one of the most humiliating experiences because you're an adult but people will treat you like a child because you don't have money of your own. We also need to stop thinking I'm better than this job. There's no job that you're too good for if you don't have any income. If it gives 20 Rands and you're at a point where you get 0, then that job is good enough for you. So if it's selling Zimbas, if it's washing people's clothes, if it is cleaning people's houses, that's what you need to do to actually make it or get income, you need to do it. We need to stop this whole thing of like, you know, there's no job. Guys, we have complained and complained. Jobs are very scarce in South Africa. Hence, I've even said to you guys, like, you know, start your YouTube channels. I've tried help And I do understand I'm not as active when it comes to that anymore, but it's something that I'm working on, something that is a little bit bigger, that will just help many people at the same time. Because with me, I will advocate for YouTube, because YouTube did save my life. Like, it moved me from a point of being a beggar to a point of being a giver. However, I know that it's not for everyone. So maybe you need to start, by selling Zimbas, and with the money that you have, you actually go for the dream that you need. If you today want to start a logistic company, and the startup money is 50,000, just giving an example, but you're at zero, you're sitting down and saying, I'm gonna wait for that 50,000. Where are you going to get it from? Where? If it means that you need to start with 400 this month, and then 500 next month, then that's what you need to do and save to get to where you need to get. I hope that you guys receive this message well. This is not to try down anyone. I'm not saying don't ask people for help. You do need to. I also used to ask for people's help, but I did actually realize that it's not gonna be forever. At one point, people stop helping you, and that's just the facts of life. And the other thing that is so important, you guys, I would definitely say that I would advise any young person that is not financially stable to not even try having a child. I don't care if your boyfriend has money, or your boyfriend has a job, he's working well, he drives a nice car. Don't do it unless if you're married. Like, if you're married, then obviously that's a family affair. But I do know that there are people like me who, even though I was with my husband for a long time, we did opt to say we're not going to do it, because at the end of the day, we're bringing in new life that needs to eat, that needs to be fed, and we were not financially stable. So if you're not even married, like, I feel like, especially if you're not financially stable, you should not even consider having a child. Don't even think, or no, my boyfriend, it's also his responsibility. Let me tell you, these guys, they run away, they leave you with the child. You need to be the one that actually supports that child. So if you have to go to the clinic and get the prevention, family planning, whatever, which even that, it's not something I would advise. In terms of, like, I don't see a point of you family planning when you don't have a family to plan for. However, I do understand if you're sexually active, you do need to protect yourself, obviously. However, the best way I'd say, like, use a condom. If it breaks, then get morning after pills. But then, if you obviously just opt to say you're going to use the prevention, that's also okay, you guys. Like, just make sure that you don't have kids at a young age, and don't have kids when you're not financially stable. It's not even a matter of age at this moment. It's a matter of, are you financially stable? Are you going to be able to support this child? Because most of the people, as I said, when they were talking, my heart was just breaking, because they're kicking you out, you've got a child. And I know life can be so unpredictable. You may be having a job, you may be stable, you have a child, you lose the job, you lose everything. I know those things happen, you guys. Trust me, I understand. But I'm just simply saying, don't walk into a situation that is horrible. Don't walk into a situation that is horrible. Every child is a blessing. However, every child comes, they need food, they need money, and it's not something that goes easy. So that's the advice I'd also just give you. And I also just want to say, everyone that is going through a really rough time, especially financially right now, because I know a lot of people lost their jobs, I am really, really sorry, you guys. And please also just understand, like, most of us, we are like in this, everyone, we're just in different levels. Everyone somewhere is losing something. But I do know that some are more privileged than others, and some obviously have more than others. So that's all I just want to say. I'm really sorry that you're going through whatever you're going through right now, and I do pray that soon things will obviously be fine. And please don't just allow yourself be a victim. Don't let your mind think you're a victim, because victims, you guys, they do nothing. Tell yourself you're a survivor, you've survived whatever, and push. Okay, push. When you're at a level where you're now comfortable, you will cry about the past things. You can even go see a therapist. But as of this moment, if you think you're a victim, it's gonna really be bad, you guys. So yeah, I love you so much, my ninjas, and please understand that it's not I even record this videos because I love you guys so much. And I do understand because I was also at a point where I was like the poorest YouTuber in South Africa. Trust me, no camera, no lights, no background, nothing. My first camera I had to buy with my first payment on YouTube because I didn't have money. I didn't even have a car. I didn't have anything, you guys. I didn't, except for my old clothes, which I've thrown away almost everything. Just because whenever I even look at them, they remind me of the pain that I had to go through, with everything that was happening. So I do understand, trust me. And I know sometimes you look at someone and they're now at a better place and you think you don't understand because you're not where I am. But trust me, I was at one point in my life at a very horrible place where I had zero income. Happy had zero income. We're just living, under the mercy of other people, and people treat you horrible when you don't have money. That is a fact, you guys, that I have had to live. Right now, the things that I get from people, I get phone calls, I get messages, now I'm addressed as, wow, Owamie, hi, Sissy, whatever, people call me. There was a point where my phone never ever rang, you guys, unless it was my husband. I would call people, my missed calls would be acted like they were not even seen. And I also say this, you guys, like, friends, I could just say only rich people get. Only moneyed people get. So if you're ever financially stranded or suffering, trust me, you don't have no friends unless if they're also struggling, so you struggle together like that. But when it comes to everything, like I've been through the most, you guys. So I just want you guys to know that I do understand. Yeah, anyway, I feel like this video has been way too long, and I don't want you guys to think like I'm just saying don't ask for help. I'm simply just saying don't be a victim. I could have also sat down and be sending people DMs and asking for money almost every day, but I decided I'm gonna work. I'm gonna hustle, no matter what people said, no matter how many celebrities threatened me, no matter how people looked down on me so much, no matter how some people thought like I'm this evil human being. I don't give a damn. Some people now will be saying, it doesn't matter whatever money you have in it. It actually does, hey? I've been poor before and I ain't going back. Trust me. I'll fight tooth, nail on a daily basis. If it means I have to sit here and record 30 videos a day, I'll do that to make sure that I don't go back to poverty. It's not a nice place to be. I've been there. So I just want to say that, sometimes you need to shut off what people will say. Like, oh, what will they say? She has got a degree, but she's now selling Zimbas. Shut that off, because the same people that are judging you, they're the same people that will not even give you money to eat. Then what happens with you? If you have a child, what happens with your child? It's a lot, you guys. And yeah, anyway, I love you, ninjas. Stay blessed. I'll see you guys in my next upload.